Barry,
Here.
Brad, and a large group in the audience. This time we'll have the invocation with Alicia and the pledge. I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this day that you've given each and every one of us here, Lord, and our many blessings. Lord, I just ask that you guide us and watch over us as we make the best decisions for our community. Lord, I give you all the praise and the glory. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item number 3, additions, deletions, or corrections to the agenda.
I have an addition of Avenue J,
Reverend Jay,
and it can come on the agenda at any point in time.
Good spot.
pick a spot.
Wherever you want.
Let's go. You go 4A.
All right.
Okay. Need a motion. Second.
Motion by
Second.
Motion by Jake, seconded by Alicia to move on that Avenue J to the 4A. Any questions? Anyone against it? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Item number 4, discuss and approve the following meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
excuse me, you need to add a bill on there?
No, we got it.
Good.
He's just gonna add it when we do the bill submitted list.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion by Alicia, second by
Yep.
my second.
Okay. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, and number 4A. Jake?
I've been trying to figure out how to approach you guys with this. It goes way back, but about 7.5 years ago, I was sitting at the library under the oak tree watching them tear down the Lundy building, and there was a discussion there then, and it's happened a few times since then. The closer that the street project is coming to a close, I would like to rename the one-way street after Julie Perry. And there's several reasons why I like to do that. But Miss Perry's always been a pillar of the community behind closed doors. She's never been one to jump up and ask for recognition. The park is named after her late husband. I don't believe he knew that it was named after him. She donated all the playground equipment. And what we're achieving out here now was part of her idea and part of the motivation that's gotten us to where we're at. So I'm requesting a name change just on the one-way street from the stop sign to the cypress tree. I spoke to Miss Fisher, and she's asked for the council's approval to change it on the E911. And I've also spoken to the brothers, the Perry brothers, and the family has given their wishes. And I believe when he called me back, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was very touching from him. Something that she would not see coming, but she would be elate, I believe is what the word he used. That's my 4A. I could go on and on about Miss Perry. I don't know her that well, just from being here. She was a pillar of that library. She kept it going for all these years. And not just monetarily, but she's always been a volunteer. And her being a volunteer has instilled it in her boys and her grandkids and the entire family. So I am going to make a motion
Second.
I'd like to make a motion to change Avenue J, east side of First Street to the Cypress Julie Perry Drive. Yeah. What is it?
Just thinking. Yeah, I'm good with that. You wouldn't rather do it, well, Perry family, or would you rather just,
I'd like to go with, Carl and I discussed that. She's the one that put the volunteer into them, that makes them try and achieve what she's always tried to achieve for Glades County. And they picked that up and they'll move forward. Their time will come.
So what do we gotta do legally? Anything or not?
Mr.
approve it.
we just gotta approve it.
Okay.
So there's a motion, there's a second.
Yeah.
So any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Mr. Tibbs, would you email Ms. Fisher tomorrow and let her know that it's been approved and fill out the proper 911 forms? Thank you.
Okay, item number 5, discuss and approve change order number 7 in the amount of $3,245 and change order number 8 in the amount of $13,780.80 for the downtown improvement project.
Change order 7 is for the, in front of the medical office over here. When the design for the project was first developed, the medical office was not there. It came along after that point in time, so it was not the original design. So, but during discussions, when the medical office did open up, we made a commitment that we would put in an ADA spot in front of the medical office, so that they could at least get the temporary permit and finish the building. So this change order is to do those. There's 2 ADA spots in front of the medical office in front of Avenue J that are both ADA compliant, and like I said, now they can close out their permit and trying to get the CO.
Motion to approve change order number 7.
Second.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Jake to approve change order number 7 in the amount of $3,245. Any discussion?
No, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay,
Change order 8 is in the amount of $13,780.80. It's for the additional concrete work for the right-of-way islands. There's 6 of them on Avenue J and 2 of them on Riverside. This was previously approved by a verbal vote at a previous meeting. This is the follow-up change order, and it's also, both of these change orders have been incorporated down into item number 11 when we get down to it, which is the latest pay application for Ridgetail.
Motion to approve change order number 8 in the amount of $13,780.80.
Second.
motion by Jake, seconded by Mark to change change order number 8 in the amount to approve change order number 8 in the amount of $13,780.80. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item number 6, discuss and approve the TFRA Resolution 2024-06 for CAPFA Educational Facilities Revenue Bonds, Navigator Academy of Leadership Obligated Group Project since 2024.
So this is, excuse me, resolution 2024-06, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Moorhaven, Florida, approving the issuance of Capital Projects Finance Authority Educational Facilities Revenue Bonds, Navigator Academy of Leadership Obligated Group Project, and one or more series, authorizing such bonds to be issued on behalf of Navigator Academy of Leadership, Inc., for the projects to be located in the city of Davenport, Florida. As Angela reported to you at the earlier meeting, this is the city side of the approval to enter into the process with this entity. The expected closing would be hopefully by August.
Motion.
Motion by Jake,
Second.
seconded by Mark. Any questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, discuss and or approve paying invoice 2351 from McLaren in the amount of $420 from the ARPA funds.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alicia,
Second.
seconded by Jake. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Discuss and approve request award water storage tank rehab to Pottsco Industrial LLC in the amount of $28,100.
Previously, we had, the council had approved doing some improvements to the water treatment plant as part of using the ARPA funding. This project is part of that, the improvements. They want to rehab the water storage tank. We did go off of proposals. We had Pottsco Industrial Services in the amount of $28,100. We had Fast Action Fencing in the amount of $45,000, and then a quote from Utility Service Company in the amount of $56,251. So we're requesting to award to Pottsco in the amount of $28,100 as the lowest quoted price. And again, as part of the upgrades to the water plant using ARPA funding.
And they're local, aren't they, like,
Yes.
the other two from Georgia?
Closed.
Yeah, these guys are from Close. Motion to approve for Pottsco Industrial Services. The order $28,100.
Second.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Brad to approve Pottsco Industrial Services in the amount of $28,100. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Report of officers, city manager.
Connie's not here tonight, so I'll go ahead and, I guess, jointly kind of cover this. Right now, the FDEP, their grant portal is open for projects for water treatment quality. It closes on June 30th, so we've been trying to get as many projects in there as possible. So we have sewer projects, the water treatment plant upgrade, like I said, as many projects as we can in there for the June 30th deadline. So as I know this is not for this meeting, but the governor did veto the wastewater treatment plant expansion. But we're also hearing some information that he vetoed quite a few stormwater related and sewer related projects, but there's also some words that are thinking that he's going to take some of the Seminole Tribe has the contract for online sports betting. I guess the Florida Supreme Court ruled that they're the only one that has that contract, that he's going to take some of that funding and put into the Resilient Florida, which is the stormwater, wastewater kind of treatment programs. But you can't confirm that. But nevertheless, we're getting what projects we can into the portal so they can at least get a chance to get approved. And he said those that are awarded through those portals aren't subject to the governor's veto. So hopefully, except for he gets some.
So the money what you're saying is the money that he's gonna get from the tribe, he's putting into the portals for you to.
Some of it.
Yeah, that's some.
I know there's speculation at this point in time, but that's,
That's how I read it too.
but, and I think that's it, so.
Okay, does anybody got anything for Larry? Thank you, Larry. Steve?
A couple things. We had some discussion a few meetings back about on code enforcement going to the magistrate process. similar to what Hendry County does. And I know that the county has some interest in doing that as well, because what's bringing this timing together is, as you know, Judge Lundy's going to be retiring at the end of the year. He's been fulfilling that role, but there's not a routine court protocol in place for that, and it's been hit or miss, so to speak, as we've discussed before. So I wanted to look at putting an ordinance into place. So I talked to Jim LaRue about drafting an ordinance and modeling it similar to Hendry County, to where we can start looking at using a magistrate and maybe in conjunction with Glades County, whether it may not be every month, but maybe every other month, or it could be done by Zoom perhaps. So that's something I probably will be bringing to you in the near future, but I bring it up now because I know in the budgets, you discussed budgets. I think we need to look into that particular issue. So, because you'll have an ongoing expense for a procedure with the magistrate. Most of the time it's handled strictly by code enforcement. Every once in a while I get involved, but typically code enforcement can handle it. So that's one matter. And then I was talking to Mr. LaRue too. I was, in the back of my mind, I had that the Glades County had adopted in their comp plan having to do with our potable water wells, wellhead protection ordinance. But I don't think Glades County ever per se adopted that ordinance. So I have him looking into that, and so doing an ordinance for Glades County to adopt for protecting our wells. So I'll bring that back to, that'll actually have to go in front of the Board of County Commissioners. But like I said, it's in their comp plan. It's just, I don't think there's a per se ordinance in place. And then the last thing I have is just updating on the, what I'll call de facto junkyard. To answer some of the questions that came up at the last meeting, the judge did find that they are a junkyard. There was an eviction that Waddell Ogletree filed against Mr. Baez that was granted by the court. However, the court stayed moving forward with it while there was an appeal. But then earlier today, I had seen that Mr. Baez had actually appealed to the 6th District Court of Appeals, which I think is improper under the rules of procedure, because this was a county court action and the next level of appeal is circuit court. But I did see just today where the 6th DCA removed any stay of enforcement. So I have inquired already as to whether or not Judge Lundy's stay would be appropriate, because if the appellate court technically has jurisdiction at this point and they're issuing orders, then I don't believe there should be a stay in place. So once I get an answer from the judge, because right now he has a hearing set in mid-July, but if I'm correct, there really wouldn't need to be a hearing. It would be moot, and there could be a writ of possession issued and removal from the property started. Now, it's easier said than done in terms of what's left out there, because I've gotten reports that he's been removing items to strip the boats and then bringing the stripped down boat back and dumping it. So that's why I'm trying to see if we can at least move forward with getting possession back to Ms. Ogletree, and then we can work on the brownfield type of removal process where that would hopefully fund and get this out of there. So,
Is there any moving to the appellate court? What is our word I'm looking for, exposure? If any?
well, this is really Ms. Ogletree that did the eviction. So, but Jake had brought it up and asked me to look into it. So he was appealing the ruling from the court that yes, you're using, you created this property and it's turned into a junkyard. so on and so forth. So the short answer is he granted the eviction, but then he stayed enforcement of the eviction pending the appeal. But I don't think Judge Lundy has jurisdiction at this point because has already removed it to a higher court, and that court would typically have the higher jurisdiction. And if they're ruling that there should be no stay, then I don't think there should be a stay whatsoever. So I'm going to bring that to the court's attention and then go from there. So,
Thanks for following up, keep us up
Sure.
to date on it. That right there sounds kind of like the emotional support animal and Orlando, as long as it's going
Yeah.
on for something that simple, you know. But he knows how to play the system by it, evidently.
that's all I have.
Anybody got anything for Steve? Thank you, Steve. Craig A. Smith. Miss Connie's not here. Brad?
Out of the wastewater plant, we've had Xenon out there the last 2 days working on the VFDs. So runs the permeator pumps, we've got them running efficient, they should now, so that's part of that's taken care of. Over this rain event we had last week, we were taking on a lot of water intrusion in the plant. A lot. We have found a few spots that broke the cap. It's been broke off, but caps were installed, not the right cap, it was off the top of the water rose from last year, taking on a lot of water. So that's breaking the panel, finding some of that stuff like, needle in a haystack and some water. Trying to get that part going, with the rain, Mama's kind of gonna be backed up a little bit for the next week or two. Alleys are wet, I mean, we wanna try to attempt to get into some of them right now. Till we dry over more. Water park guy turned that over to Taylor Electric, he said next week that will be hopefully fixed.
Good.
Yeah, that's good news then.
I've heard this before. Taylor do better than they were. Other than that, that's about all I got.
Is anybody got anything for Brad?
Thanks for getting rid of some of this water.
It was a job.
Okay. Item 10, approval of the bills on the agenda it's for $59,712.71, but we have to add $2,000 from Hunter Service for a total of $61,712.71.
Motion to approve the bills.
Motion by Jake,
Second.
second by Alicia.
As amended.
Any discussion?
Where can we get a tree taken down?
Out front in the park.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the river.
All in favor?
All right.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item number 11, approval of pay request number 9 to Ridgeville and Sons for the downtown project in the amount of $336,131.24.
336.
$336,131.24. Morehaven High School education.
Motion to pay it.
So you had the pay up there in front of you, and I've also updated the sheet that we're on the project. This brings us down out of the $1,967,000 contract with Ridgedale. We paid to date about $1,800,000, so at least about $166,000 remaining on the project. And basically that'll be the pavers and the remainder of the striping over here, and then the parking block. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get the project finally completed.
Wayland said the pavers like to be here Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. Originally gonna be here Monday, but due to the rain, they were delayed.
Yes.
Motion to pay request number 9 for Bridgeville and Son.
Motion by Alicia, seconded by Brad to pay request number 9 to Ridgeville and Son in the amount of $336,131.24. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12, citizen comments. Nobody? Jerry, you want to say something? Okay, go ahead.
Gary Blake, 201 Avenue K. Just for clarification, I was listening to the part about the repair for the water tower. It was just kind of strange that one was 28, one was 40, one was 56. It seemed like, and they all from the same area.
No, they're not. They're from Georgia.
They said, I thought two of them
No,
were
there's
from
one
Cleveland,
from Clewiston, the other two are from Georgia.
and that was the main difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed like, wow, man, that's twice
It's a
as
lot
much.
of men you gotta move down here and equipment to do that. We haven't done every so often.
No, I was just asking, it's just like,
Okay.
it's a big difference. I'm sorry. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Item 13, mayor and council to give reports. Jake?
I just have a few things. Melissa, if you would, please make a note for Ashley. I want to get the fireworks advertised for 4th of July for the city fireworks. Have her put it on our social media and send it to either Carla or Bailey at the courthouse. Please. Brad, I was wondering that with the tippers, there's a lot of garbage cans in town that aren't ours, of course, but when they come across the garbage can that you can use the tipper on, are they doing it at all?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
For speed, they probably just do grab
Yeah.
them.
I was just wondering. I was curious. What is, Larry, remind me again, what's the day that we're gonna put the garbage cans on the road?
After we have the second reading of
Hey,
that ordinance
Yes,
of the two ordinances.
please.
okay. Right, or say after the second
It's already
reading.
being published, yeah.
Right. So,
So after the second reading of the ordinance.
Which I think is for the next meeting.
that's what I'm saying, it should be, so we're looking right at it, right,
After July 1st, we should be
ready to
able to start rolling out the program.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Brad, I seen, I was curious, we talked about the power for the new bus barn the other day. And I go up there and I see there's some survey stakes on the far side of the parking lot now. Are those ours? What we're putting poles or
What
what?
I'm getting with Brian, 'cause I went up there today to kind of engineer wherever I was gonna set those poles for the bus side.
Yeah.
I've got a little schematic for the new school, it's gonna kind of run down that fence, south of Challenger ground where the
Yeah,
Cabot Street are. Just on the south side of that, we're going, probably 1,000 foot in there. I'm gonna set a pole there, I'm gonna move a pole, there's some engineering I gotta do right there.
okay. My other question is, when you're there where they're gonna build the new bus barn, is it, the entryway that they use to go back to their softball field, the high school softball field, the girls' field, how they drive through that second gate is the new facility gonna encroach that driveway going back
Looks
there?
like it's gonna be probably 20, 30 foot south of that retention wall to Soccer Street. Looks like there's gonna be a road that comes out right there.
Okay,
That's where I'm trying to get some clarification. The
Okay.
email the guy sent me, I can see the map, but I don't have any footage or.
Can I piggyback off you on that?
go ahead.
Did you ever get with their engineers on what their needs were?
Yeah.
Okay. So you,
Both electric and water and sewer.
okay. So we have an idea what's,
Greg Giordano's is, they're going, our lift station over there by the ball field, they're gonna have to upgrade that lift station as part of the school project because due to their needs, plus there's a couple other smaller lift stations that flow into there. So that I think he's identified what needs to be done to the school's engineer and he's working on getting that proposal through the school.
okay.
Transformer and stuff for the bus depot is already ordered. So
Yeah,
that's.
and
When are the buses supposed to be delivered?
That I have no idea.
I think today. I think I heard today.
No way to plug them in.
Um, the last time I asked if I could go up with Miss Fisher and talk about the ball fields to her, and we discussed quite a few things. And she's asked to put a proposal for us to put a proposal together for her. She's on board with. She doesn't understand why. And I shouldn't say that's wrong like that, but we're paying for ambulance, we're paying for fire, we're paying for animal control, we're paying for all the upkeep and maintenance on the ball fields, and it is a county-used facility also. So kind of just like come up with a dollar amount is what she kind of said to me, but I'm still working on it. Just want to let you know.
That's right.
I tell you, anytime you need something from that county, you go see that Miss Fisher. She's on point, isn't she, Larry?
Yeah.
That's a great county manager.
Good.
I mean, it wouldn't have took much to improve from the last one we had, but she knocked it out of the park. Marcos was just bad. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Jake. Anybody got anything for Jake? Alicia?
Good.
Mark?
Now good.
You sure?
No, I'm Mark.
Okay. Brad?
Good here.
You asked for.
Okay, well, I'm good also for tonight, so. Unless anybody has anything for me,
Sixth
One more
annual
thing.
Star Spangled Spectacular.
there you go.
Melissa was supposed to bring that up in her reports.
I
but,
wasn't asked about
You want-
reports.
you want-
It's gonna be July 6th, Child Nick Grounds, rib cook-off, cornhole tournament. It's the tech out of Clewiston's, helping this year.
$500 prize for the winner.
I do have something.
Get your barbecue grills and come on, $50 entry fee.
Did, you or Jake can answer this, did the county ever come up with the moratorium on the water treatment holding facilities?
I spoke to Miss Fisher about that too, and it's like getting blood out of a turnip sometimes with Mr. Pringle.
I've tried multiple times. I mean,
And that's what brought it up.
I was asked about it today, and
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
And we're not against water storage, we just want it north. Lake Okeechobee.
or west of the Glades County line, I don't care.
I think these grids are still on hold under injunction.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
But that hasn't been released yet. But that's not a permanent solution.
All right, discuss financial statements if needed. Item 15, adjournment.
Motion.
Motion by Alicia, seconded by Brad. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.